Molweni Ndathanei. Welcome guys, welcome lifers. Niyayazi Ndathanei, I'm your girl Elitu Mevana boy. And I'm Ndodwa. I always have two gentlemen with me. I'm so excited for today's episode, guys. Gudala and the city. Females. And you guys have been on my DMs. Elitu. In front of the camera. I'm like, it doesn't make sense because I'm not, guys. I'm literally trying to recruit girls. I'm trying to get the ladies to come here, but
Yeah.
Ladies are busy.
Yeah.
So we have Nandi, guys. We have Nandi Nadathani.
The superstar. Our idol run.
Top 12.
Yeah, to blush is a guy.
Top
I
12.
say blush, man. You work hard, bro. We have to celebrate you, bro.
Of
Thank
course.
you so much.
Imani, guys. Like, the week I've had, I'm sure so or the month, or and October.
October.
October wangoku awufuna uphela.
Guys,
And it goes.
I've seen you guys work, most especially. I've seen these people work.
Yeah.
For this month they've been driving especially Flash.
Yes, as well.
Guys.
Shout
Now.
out.
Yes, lasenyuka sisteri. Belkena nabase Muscle Bay. Bendine show paya ne Black Sheep Network.
Oh, yeah, shout out.
Esikhuthaza abantwana yonke londo. Nabuya nazoshoot video ne studio camp. Kuninzi.
Means, yeah, I've seen that Maraza song. Bro.
Sure.
It's like
Chini P.
And then I saw like shout out to Rashid and OG. They were talking about the song, and then they also spoke about the Marasa. We don't give him much applause because he's the dope producer also.
Yeah.
But that's an OG. But it's not about him because hey, that song you guys killed it.
Thank you, but I am the bullet.
And then the Vegeta.
Goku and Vegeta studio camp. Anayamba kakle. Next week we're wrapping up the joint album.
Yeah,
It's our dropper soon.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Wenatombo.
Hey, nah, bro, me, I went back. It was a trailer of when I had a young meeting with Grotman, Ukambu. Yeah, but my trailer, it happens through my research about mini immigrants, which is Amakotuka. Yeah, but what we are. Yeah, but so when he told me about his dad again, Utatu Ken Camp, bro, I went back home, then I go through my online, bro, YouTube, and I saw his work. That guy was the first guy to do like international stuff.
James Bond.
Yeah.
James Bond, bro. Was the coolest Xhosa guy ever, tall and dark. Now, when I watched that thing, bro, that guy, I was convinced. Yeah, this guy is a villain. So it was so beautiful, bro, to see such beautiful history. And then also, shout out, Namta, I did like some young project with the legends. Miser. Yeah, no Kabo Mo. The Ipume last week. We're not popping collars. It's just something that had happened. The album is out now.
She's gonna tell us about her month.
The album is out now, and I'm also there amongst the great Kabo Mo, Brian Temba, and then Boss Piano.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Boss Piano is also there because they were part of the whole project with the Grotman Umaisa. It was a beautiful experience. Yeah, but as an R&B singer from Eastern Cape, to be part of. Hey.
And if you
I know, no,
because I'll drop it. Look at that. So say
So yeah,
like my main aim to do this is to showcase ukuthi we're working, guys. Yeah, setyenzwa apha kweli rhawuta sihlalanga. Ndiza kuye yena uNandi ngoku.
Usingayi.
but before we wena
Joining okunijikindo. Okay, so workshops. We recently had Imoshito. They were celebrating 40 years in the music industry. They joint ventures with Back to the City. And I had the business workshop where Utatu Mazwai, Tami Mazwai was holding at a campus in Fundaoyo. I was in awe with everyone who was invited there. Like normally business seminars, guys, I feel like benjani. Some of them uzopuma upete into, some of them uzopuma uqomba. This was a complete waste of my time.
Yeah.
Some of the things was implemented within your business, within whatever you're doing as a person, an artist, as those into you're already doing them. But to go and hear them sometimes, I just feel like it's a bit redundant. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was me. It was busy workshops, guys. A few joint ventures I did with a few people. Pipeline.
Yeah, Moshito, man. We know that Moshito thing. And yeah, our guy was also part of it, and then he couldn't make it. Shout out to.
Oh yes! Shout out to our general manager who
because of her.
Abiso.
Speak up.
Danko.
So shout out.
Nice.
Shout out.
Yeah. So yeah, that was me.
Yeah. Another thing before we jump to her, bro. She said thing about there's a lot of this workshop. Ne? I think we once touched a pina on it when we spoke about BEE stuff where people just flock numbers just to showcase. Okay, now it's a matter of showing case with sponsors. But okay, we have this type of numbers, and they will flock people under the banner of charity, and even the information that will be uttered or given during that service or moment, it doesn't come from heart. Yeah, but for them, kuhambisa nje ixesha nofaka amanani amaninzi and then take pictures and then go back to your sponsors. It's just a money making machine. There was a lot of workshops, and some of these workshops I didn't go to because they irritate me. Yeah, but fumasek uzobonakala phakaza picture ngathi ngawumnye wabantu abalambayo. No offense, I love this, but in terms of information and the impact, but now I'm happy when you say, when I went to that to Tami, how impactful, and you got a book too.
I did, and it's signed.
Guys,
it's
and on top of that,
let's give this 25 years or something to 20 years. I'm gonna be earning money.
Yeah, and on top of that, that was supposed to be here.
Unfortunately.
But anyways, we'll get him on another time.
All right.
Yeah, so it's nice to respect the legends, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of legends, guys, we have our lady has worked amongst the legends as well. She's worked in the production. Oh, she's a singer, songwriter, art performer. She's also did Sarafina is our national treasure. Please, thank you, period.
Shut up.
She's worked in Broadway. Do you know how difficult Broadway is?
Yo, but I did not see.
That was
nice.
Tell us.
So hectic.
Please tell us more about the journey going to you being in music, you getting introduced to Broadway, you getting introduced to performance arts. Just give us a brief background of Nandi Nadathani, basically.
So the inspiration for Nandi Nadathani came from my dad. So my dad used to be a very, very amazing vocalist.
Oh.
So I grew up in the Mbona studio corner, and I said, but I have so much interest in this thing that my dad is doing. Then when I was 10, I realized, okay, I think I can also do what he's doing. And then we'd record in different studios, but I was still young. And then when I was like 12, I realized that, you know what, I think I can go and sing for people now. So me and my granny used to go to church like every Sunday. So my mom would always help me rehearse this one song. So I felt like, you know what, this is the time for people to understand that I can sing.
I'm here.
I sang in front of the whole congregation. From that day, then after that performance that I did, there's a legend actor called Phillips. He saw me there, called my granny. Oh, I really love your daughter's talent. Wara wara. Then I got my first job at Joburg Theatre at 12.
Girl, you've been doing this.
You're a legend. You know what?
Legend.
Small waters.
And then I had to stop a little bit because I was so in it. Then I had to stop a bit for school. Then when I was 18, I still had that thing with let me continue the journey.
Yeah.
Then I started going to different studios. And then 2019, I auditioned for Sarafina. I got a part to work on Sarafina for the year. I worked with legends like Andile Gumbi, Bongeni Ngema.
Rest in peace. That guy was a good songwriter.
And the crazy part, my dad actually was also on Sarafina.
No.
The Broadway. So it was so crazy.
Yo, who's your dad?
No. So you a legacy baby.
Who's your
She's
dad?
a legacy
bro? We must
baby.
need to shout out to the front man. He did a wonderful
Shaluza
job.
Max. Shaluza Max.
Utatu Shaluza Max.
No.
That's my dad gets the teeth. What?
Small world, bro.
Hey, Rodman.
Utatu Shaluza Max. We used to. I remember when. I don't want to say, bro. Me and Java, we used to share this one room. About Kuvuyo Manike. Yeah, but so the history is that Shaluza Max was behind songwriting of all these legendary celebrities we know, from Brenda Fassie to now the idea. It's a small world, man. I didn't know. Yeah, but the story of us infusing national with national, which is international sound or frequencies and waves, and then put a little bit of vernac.
Sure.
Umntu wandifundisa ngevernac. Yeah, because I left Eastern Cape. I love R&B. But when I met Tato Shaluza Max, I remember he was working on his album and Java was just an actor then. Yeah, but he will school us, bro, about South African languages, not only about my own language.
Sure.
Yeah, but for example, now and then you can see Java tapping in other languages. He will sing about Ndathanei, was a KZN. That whole thing, bro, we got it from Utatu. I didn't know.
This is a full circle moment.
It's a painful moment.
I've heard like Tuavele Usjava, like somebody was telling me that Usjava really loves your dad.
He made
and
us.
now I'm understanding it's actually coming from.
He made us, bro. Bro, he will sleep. I will sleep on the couch, and then Tatu Shaluza Max will sleep on upper Pansi, and then Java will sleep on the other couch because that place was Vuyo's place. Yeah, bro. And then Vuyo will sleep on the other side, bro. The moments we had, bro. The moments we had,
It was so amazing.
It was amazing. Like, it was amazing, bro. Yeah. And then when I left, Java became. Yeah, and then when I left, I've had something happened with that. Yeah, but and during that time, he was sick then. Yeah, well, we can touch base about him, man. I think you hold so much gold and beauty, bro. Yeah.
I think it's just as much as it's so legendary, whatever, we have this connection, even if he has passed on. I feel like the footsteps are aligning. I don't know how to put it. So, but anyways, I'm continuing the legacy, and when he died, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this on my own?
Yeah, man.
We were supposed to do it together, but then I kept pushing. I pushed. I got the Sarafina job. I took a break. I was so depressed. COVID time. I'm like, what is happening? Like,
difficult
I don't think I
time.
want to do music anymore. And then just before like COVID got hectic, then I had worked on a show called Black Urban on Trace Urban. Trace in this one.
Yeah,
Trace
Trace
Urban.
Urban.
Trace Urban.
Yeah, there was a show called Black something, but
Yeah.
it was pushing a movement. And then after, then I took like a break. Then I just prayed one day to God. I'm like, God, why would you give me this talent and not where are the opportunities, you know? And then boom, I auditioned for
Pendulek,
Idols. Boom, congratulations. Boom, theater week. Boom,
Loction
golden
Deep.
ticket.
Don't sleep on that song.
A very golden ticket.
Loction
Okay.
Deep.
Whoa. Please don't take away from this moment. Yeah, it's about now we golden ticket.
I couldn't believe my eyes. But that was like one of the hardest auditions. Like, you go
Surely.
through 5 stages. And Lalange anxiety. If you don't know the song, a full 2 paper. If you don't know it tomorrow, you're going home.
Oh my goodness.
So we used to be under pressure. We are lala, but you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go home. So you work so hard, like it's yeah. But also it opened up so many opportunities for me. The people I used to DM when I was still upcoming, now they are coming, hey, can we, you know? So it really, really changed my life.
I
Like
feel like indlela yokusebenza yale industry, guys. Like, I'm not against the entertainment industry, but I feel like nowadays it's a bit niyafikeleleka. You know, okanye abanye abantu bayafikeleleka ngaloo ndlela yabo, be it they answer the DM or they don't. But now I think it's more a numbers game.
Yeah.
it's not even
Bonakala
about the
kangakanani.
talent anymore.
It's we can say we can go against the algorithms or the systems or whatever, but ultimately at the end of the day, you want sponsorships, you want whatever, you want people to see you, people want to see your numbers as well,
Sure.
right? Okhona abazoba nobubele bakhule nawe.
Yeah.
With your product, with what you're selling, with what you're singing, with it's basically that. Like, it's a give and take,
Yeah.
a roller coaster.
It's like you're gambling in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and beside, but now what I like about the new generation and the people like, I'm talking about the alternative space generally, not just alternative media. Yeah, but even business packaging. Yeah, but about they know quality. Yeah, but and if you cater quality for people, quality people will follow what you're giving them.
Yeah.
And then even gimmick has its own quality or has its own text texture in terms of quality. So I saw this crash or go city. No, Mekji. Yeah, but so even gimmick has its own quality because those people are working. But even real stuff like this, a free floater, without control, but you can tell there's a sense of quality. Yeah, but it has yonkindi nabantu bayo man. Yeah, but yeah, you can even get a sponsor before numbers. Now that there's a lot of people flocking in one space, which is podcasting, and they're doing the same thing all over again. It becomes an ache in a throat to someone else, especially the corporate space or business people. Yeah, but so abantu they know quality. Even the corporate people, they know quality. We mustn't rely that much on numbers, even though we need numbers. But what is the product?
Ndiyakuva Tambo, but kodwa zibalekile numbers, bro.
You know,
I
numbers.
feel like
kaloku,
Uzenzela
ndijonge
lula.
yena, ndijonge-
Yabo uzenzela lula yabo.
Yeah.
Ungabe uphikisana nesystem, uvela ulandele yona.
Eish,
The numbers speak these days.
they do.
Like
But
people
the
go with
product.
what the quality is there. I wish Vele I wish like like people that make like that music of it's coming from the soul and the emotion and they're telling a story that they want other people to relate to. I wish it could get that spotlight as the music, yes, it's clapping and stuff like that. Yeah, but numbers like
It do
right
count.
now.
okanye uba uthethe nabani if uthethe negrotman ingoma yakho ye-spirituality it's gonna get where it wants to get.
is
I don't want to
where-
mention names, guys.
Yeah, no.
People coming for me, so yeah.
Yeah, but abaphulaphuli nababukeli bangasifaki ekoneni kakhulu man, because the kids are getting under pressure by doing the same thing all over again because of these numbers.
And
Yabo.
there's
And then they will sway away from qualities. Ukumkani uthetha inyani, yabo. Ngamanye amazwi ukumkani uthi you can produce quality stuff, and then because he's producing quality stuff through writing and the production, yabo, it's not about his tag-alongs. You're not going to talk about the Amatita again. Yabo, your numbers are your numbers, and they had to follow you because no seasoning numbers like they had to follow. Yabo, but they do count, but quality is the most important thing.
Yeah.
You can't do the same thing through.
Enjoy.
And I feel like now the game it's tough because now there's always somebody new coming with, the sound that's trending right now. So they have to work like
Ne.
back to back.
So yeah.
Yeah, but
Sithetha ngentsusa nothando lwakho ukuba lusuka phi kanye kanye sesiyayiva nokuba incancwe ebeleni ke ngoku le nto yabo. And you have a father who has paved a way for you. Tata oxabiswe ngutata ayingutata wakho wedwa. Uyava ngokuba kunamabali ukuba ufike wangutata nakuthi, you understand? So my question would then be to you, where's the space for Gosongo? I mean, you're dealing with your own, you still maybe finding your own voice again because COVID knocked everyone.
yeah.
But you managed to come up with into entle out of that whole experience. We experience yako since you've been here in the industry for some time now. Kunentombazana uhlala kuqumbu, uhlala utsolo, yabo. They outside looking in.
Yeah.
Babona usisinandi babona ba yo she has made it. Kodwa kuthathe ntoni ukuba ude ube kweli zinga ukulo ngoku. Understand? It could be emotionally taxing. Unomhlalisa njani phansi lo mntana and then uthethe naye kubani ba you can work the industry all hlobo without them getting lost in the space.
I think the most powerful thing in this journey that kept me going is the passion. It feels like being a musician, it's like a calling in a way. you know. So for advising umntana wase dansani okanye uzwelisho okanye, I would just say now the world it has evolved so much to a point where social media is so powerful. So wherever you are, you can just fake a video or go or put yourself out there, go to competitions. Me, every opportunity, like to audition, I'm there. I'm there, I think the passion, understanding your talent, and put yourself out there. One of the challenges that I used to have once upon a time, I used to have such a low self-esteem and doubt my talent, like, but am I good enough? Am I, But I would just advise you to just know yourself, put yourself out there, and believe that one day, Tofana knows Nandi, or I'll even be beyond. This sky's the limit. You understand? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Flash.
So ngathi into enekuncedileyo uba ukwazi uzithemba Nandi.
Yeah.
Ingaba into ekwenze uzithembe ba okay le nto ndiyayenza ndintswembu iqum.
I think every time when I sing for abantu, like sometimes I would see people literally cry. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, Shruti, like,
Sure,
I'm really
yeah,
good
yeah,
at
yeah,
this. And from Dala, from high school, like, whenever I sing, it's like, some people they get so emotional when I sing. So then I knew, okay, like, I'm really good at this. And being around my dad used to, like, teach me one or two things. So he would always brag to his friends or family, like, yeah, ingane yami ikwazi ukucula ke le." So those kind of those kind of situations.
Yeah. Me sometimes I feel like competitions have jinx. Masibanu number one, goyena week, no offense. So umbone ephumele for example idols.
Yeah,
And then
Idols has that reputation.
and then ababe like 3 or 4 ababe sekugqibeleni. No offense, I had to go to that idol because I know you. But
People always say this point.
yeah, but we're not going to talk about it anyways now. But we know competitions have jinx. And then Abantu, for example, how do we know that Shakaina was part of idols? Amanda Black. Those are losers, man. To be honest, those are losers with competition. But now, who ended up striving and winning? In terms
number
of
8. So number.
Yeah, but when I was a number one in whatever that you were running up with, you're still surviving, and I don't know how do you do it.
It's the passion. And I've always had this motto, Uguti, I want to continue the legacy, and I believe I have started to create the legacy, because already I see on my bio, there's the bio that they did for me. So I was just browsing around on Google, and then they put my work. Then they were like Nandi Nadathani's dad. That's already like giving legacy vibe. I want for my kids in the future, if I have a child that can sing, I've created the foundation for them, and I want to inspire people that also have my story, that can relate to my story, that just keep pushing. There's nothing beautiful like looking back and seeing how hard you've worked, and it feels so amazing, and I can't wait for more things that are coming my way.
To answer Nalendo Tetwa Ngombulelo, I think Usis Unati answered the question to people who are in the front line, and then having expectations of when the competition subsides. Maybe in that time span, but what are you doing then after for your brand? Since you're number one, we know we're idols, what are you going to do after? I think Baba Lapa Emva have took whatever lessons they were given in the platform. But okay, so you're going to work like this. So utilize the marketing as well. That's why we have Nandi who's still working. That's why we have Oshakaina who's still working, right? Uyithatha njani lento abaleke nayo?
Yeah, lamfundiswa ifumene.
Uyithatha uyibaleka nayo ufika kweliphi izinga wena. Uba uzothi okay, I made it. No. We know that sikubonile ngevideo yakhe i1 bro, like
it's just the beginning.
Just
I feel like the idols, we always had this thing whenever we chill together and pray, before interviews or before we go on the stage, we'd have sessions where we just pray and discuss a few things. So we always had this thing that even if there will be a winner, we are all winners.
Yeah.
Because we are all taught the same thing.
The same thing.
So when you leave the competition, you decide.
Ndiyavuma mntakwethu.
Yeah, we are all
Life orientation leyo.
Maybe it's to just keep us strong, because it's so painful. Now when I got Tuana, that time the Kuchaku competition, I could feel it. Nothing is stronger than knowing yourself and having the passion. We all get depressed. I have some days where I just, sorry to say this, but I just buy a bottle of wine and I'm just like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this and this and this? Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And you see the pressure, people around you, they popping.
Oh
you,
my.
You're just like,
Yes.
yo. I think we all have those moments
We do.
of
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
being...
enjoy.
We do.
You
That's
just cry. You like, God, but am I doing the right thing? So it just needs you to be really mentally strong.
Yeah.
And experience makes you strong. Because me, 5 years ago, I was still sweet. I was
Yeah.
still... But now I feel like I understand.
Yeah.
I understand myself.
Built for it
more.
now.
But there's so much pressure
Bruh.
from family, from...
Even nakabantu.
Especially-
from
Nakabantu, bro.
abantu, they'll be asking you, aren't you that girl
Celebrate,
from
bruh.
so ukhupha nini intontoni? That time you're going through your own stresses.
Bro.
Hey, ndokothi hayi andizuphinda ngoku.
Not so long ago. Not so long ago.
Andiphinde ndikuhlasele ngodorobha ndokothi hayi ndiya-understand.
But ufisha njani wena kumkani uthi uzihambela nje like no man. Yeah, but because I know, bro, like I know your face it's everywhere.
Sure,
Yeah, but
right.
even same applies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember since Eleto spoke about how do we humanize celebrity.
Sure.
Yeah, but how do you live amongst people with this tag, yokubana, yo, they've seen me on TV. And then I remember on your story when you told us when you went back
home, yeah.
Yeah. Fumasekwana abantu bayanibona. Yo, I went to a
Izinto
depression.
zihambe kakuhle. Into ebalulekileyo futhi sisizathu oyenzela yona le nto uyenzayo yabo. Esasizathu kubalulekile uba ube nezizathu ezibalulekileyo yabo njengoNandi uba ufuna uqhuba nelegacy yetime lakhe yabo. Noba ke ngokudibana nezinto ezinzima kangakanani kodwa yazi uba kukho izinto ezibalulekileyo ufuna yabo.
You must see the bigger picture.
Yeah, yabo. Noba ke ngoku sekunzima kangakanani abantu mhlawumbi bethetha kakubi ngawe ezazizathu zakuthwala uyayazi wena uba i-clean vision yakho yabo.
Yeah, true.
Thwele ke mfo. Hamba ne-gems. Ngiyafundisana apha.
Yabo.
What's your point? What's your point with your career?
What? On my career? Oh my God. Okay, so truth be told, we all know what PR is a very tricky business. Right? Especially if you're working with, I feel like if, okay, I digress. If you're working for a major company doing PR, nah, it's a lot easier because you know how to work with the client or the person you're approaching.
Yeah.
When it comes to working with musicians or actresses, it's a bit tricky because you need to talk on behalf of the work that the person is doing. Ne? Lo muntu ubonakala kangaka ngoku, lo muntu une radio engaka. You understand?
Sure.
You need to sell their products, you need to sell the person. So at the end of the day, you're doing several jobs, but i-umbrella yalento yenzayo is totally different from what you're doing. You understand? Yeah. So I would say at a given point, I prefer corporate. Stressful, but
Better than...
it's to the point.
Sure.
Okay.
You can understand? I'm not taking anything away from entertainment industry. But you need to mold this person first because at the end of the day, image yake. You need to work on the person's image. You need to work with the person's image. You need to, you're not trying to change who they are, but you're trying to adjust who they are. So that Sema is the problem, yeah.
Shout out to the PR people.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Because
Hey.
you guys do a lot.
Bruh.
The spins
There's
we
so
do.
much power in the work that you guys are doing.
Sure.
The spins we do, Betunani. It can be a spin yoguti, we're trying to get traction. It can be a spin yoguti, we're trying to move away from the traction because it's now negative. Because there's no negative, any publicity.
It's a good
Good publicity.
But how do you move away from umuntu okuzotiwa siyamazi lona ukuthi umuntu onjani. No, we know this person uchonja in.
Yes.
Oh no, we know this person. Or they tend to go on TikTok and they say that they did this.
Yeah, like the case ka Chris Brown.
So
There's this thing where the feminist crew where they don't want Chris Brown because of what he did with Rihanna.
no, but
Yeah.
he amended for
Abantu-
that. What are we
abantu-
still doing?
Abantu
What are
balapha
we?
South Africa, this feminist crew.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, they said, nizoya apho makuphume uBriggs.
Ow.
Makuphume uBriggs eprison.
Ricardo.
Would you
No,
support
but-
Briggs? Yeah, bo.
It's very tricky.
But breezy.
But
It's tricky.
andithi masithethe ngayo.
Kodwa,
Point yam
ulapha.
umsebenzi we-PR. Yabo. Imagine, bro. Like
Imagine dealing
I'm
with
with her.
pressure.
I'm with her when we say we need to shout out
Sure.
to good publicists. They
Yeah.
are doing the most.
Honestly.
Time job.
Yeah. Basikathethe ngokuprisa. Bathethe ngokuprisa.
No man, umhle umsebenzi wenziwa ngabantu be-PR. It's so powerful. And we need to give abantu
Hey.
be-PR flowers zabo, guys. Because ayasebenzwa.
Niyasebenza.
Bayasebenza but bayanqena. Like ndivile ngokubesuthu elethu. Okay. To me, I feel like PR people, they are afraid ukuqala into from scratch.
No, we're not.
Yabo.
No, we're not.
Funeka into ibekwe hype on the ground and then that's when
Avele nje
yabo.
No, we're not. I know.
We would give applause there. The very same channel.
Suthi siyonqena uqala into from scratch because we take what's from scratch and we build it.
Yeah, we
Nina ke ngoku umuntu uzozibona xa selapho kuloo ndawo akuyo ukuba oh no I need. And there's nothing wrong with that. We are evolver ungumuntu andithi.
Yeah,
And you
for
need
sure.
a different set of ears, a different set of eyes. And that's good. But akonqenwa bethu nani lo muntu lo apha suka khona usuke nomuntu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usuke enomuntu ebethetha naye ebemnalo muntu lo ebem-advise. God forbid ukuba ungumuntu ovele wazingenela nje in this industry and you're like, I'm gonna go head on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say what I'm saying. I said what I said. Period. Ngithethile ngiqedile. Like, no. You know? But yeah. Anyway, we're not here to give abantu be
Yeah, we hear about you.
We're here about Unandi. We need to give Unandi her flowers because she's making strides. And we say,
Yeah.
you
And it's
so
not even about
much.
your dad, bro. Now I can imagine the pressure that you carry on your shoulder. Now, when Mamele Enyindo taught her about subconscious and conscious. Yeah, well, subconscious is when you do things according to the system where your mind respond quickly kwizinto generally. Yeah, well, and then it will sway you away from quality, which is quality your conscious. Those first ideas you had yourself
Yeah.
than thinking about your father. Yeah, but I know you had those ideas instead of like querying. And it's not about your father, bro. Uzenzele ngokwakho. Yeah, but utatakho, it's a blessing. Yeah, but when to a point of uthi I'm carrying the legacy. Yeah, but it's still your own power. Shout out to that. And it took your gut. Yeah, but to do that, and it's a pressure.
Thank you. The amount of pressure I had, and I still was like, nobody's gonna convince me otherwise. I've chosen what I want to do. It's chosen me. I've had, black parents have this thing of at times, mababona ngathi the music is not feeding you at the time.
Sure.
They feel like, hi mani, uthanda esikolweni.
Because I'm an alabi.
Yenza lento your-music as a hobby.
Pick and pay.
Parents, and before the idols, I think after idols, then they saw, okay, we see you going somewhere. But before then, like, it was a thing of pressure. No, man, this thing is a waste, man, because you've been pushing, wara. And I stood on business. I'm like, I'm not stopping for anyone. Because it's a calling.
Yeah.
It's so spiritual, and I appreciate God for just giving me this talent. And
Yeah. To a point of to a point of this thing was dancing around the spheres. Little did we know we have this one common denominator, and it played so much effect kwi-career zethu sonke. If ngibonile indlela reacte ngayo yabo, if you could see me on my eyes when I was talking, I didn't even know your pops was yabo. So speaking of spirituality, it keeps on finding you.
I literally stopped music for 2 years. I was like, I'm not doing this. This pressure, I just want to live a normal life. Let me just
Was
live
this
a normal
the-
life. Then it literally, we happy babes.
Ayinguwe wedwa.
We happy babes. So,
awunyanisile xa uthi calling yo
I can't
iyakubiza
run away from it.
lubizo.
So xa bathi abazali khawuye esikolweni man, khawube no plan B, because that's what they say. Okay, if nguplan A wakho iba no plan B lo kanjalo yabo.
Yeah.
So did you eventually go to school, and what did you study?
After Idols, I just decided that, you know what, I think education is power in a way. And I don't know, I think I just enjoy working hard. So I just decided, I got a bursary, decided to be in school, and I'm currently studying marketing management,
Ooh,
doing my second year.
one of the girlies.
And it's teaching me a lot of knowledge, and there's something about school that I feel like, it would be worth it in the end. I don't, as musicians, we have this reputation of, I don't want you to be a musician because I'm a musician. They're not educated. I'm a musician. So I wanna have that thing of like hard work pays off, and you can be a musician and be educated, especially for this new generation. Like, life is about working hard at the end of the day.
And understanding Gucci, the world doesn't owe you
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And time wasted doesn't come back. So I thought, you know what, let me just juggle the two. I know it will be worth it at the end.
How's the juggling going?
I'm
asking
Yeah, I'm so tired. But I don't know. I think I've just gotten used to it. Like, I'm just like, I'm gonna finish one day and graduate one day. But it's a lot. It's a lot. I would go to school sometimes. Like, oh, I think I saw you at MTV Base. Is that you? Or some people would come, like, I did not know there were people that just look at me at campus. They want to come to me, but by a stab. So some would come and be like, yo, I just want to tell you, your work is amazing. Keep going. It's so amazing. Like, like, I'm just like, yo, girl, you're really working.
Even us, that's why we here too. We see your work. Cut idol, cut whatever, cut all these tag alongs. But at the end of the day, it's still your body who represent Londo. As one of your people toss us. We haven't touched base there. Haven't touched base there. As one of your people, we have to like applaud and respect and love.
Thank you so much.
Love you, and you're part of us, so we do not. I think Sis Elliot is that time.
Is it?
Yes, that time.
Yo.
Is that time, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah, before the time.
Time flies.
Before the time, you choose Zulu. Who would you date? Zulu, Swati, Xhosa,
Why the
Sotho.
controversy?
Which man is better? Which man?
I think I would maybe say Zulu.
Mamela Mazulu.
Ndingathi amaZulu. No, because I want something different. I don't see myself dating an Xhosa man.
Why?
Because I feel like I've seen my uncles and I just want a different culture. See, experience.
Kanjalo
it,
abantu
different
lapha esithi
vibes.
bangabaXhosa.
Yo,
Kanjalo bona.
I'm ready for umbaco sana. I'm here for it.
Okay, what would you choose? Do you
Ooh,
prefer your
I'm in the Xhosa industry, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Danko.
Wena. You said Zulu.
Yeah, it is Zulu.
State one reason.
Because I
want
want to
something
try something
different.
different.
You don't see.
Diyabathanda amaXhosa usekhaya, okay, but I like trying different things, you know. So yeah, I want to learn a different culture. And chatting sketa samaZulu. Why not?
Akana reason kahle
Aye,
kahle.
she does.
I did chilo
Uthi she want to try a different culture, but with no reason why Zulus.
She wants to try
yeah.
something.
I want to try something different.
But why Zulus?
Sifuna ukuva
Kaloku bakhona Batswana yabo.
Yo,
sifuna uthi
Okay.
uBolt or umXhosa awulixuku. Oh, uSwati. Sifuna uveza
And
Sumthethela.
Xhosa man has such tongue is so smooth, you know what? Like a Xhosa man.
Yasincoma.
Yeah.
Alifani no Jojo ngazuphendula uba siphi isihlangu. You always have an answer for
Yeah.
everything.
All the time.
Ne?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah.
Okay, Zulu
My reason is to try a different
culture.
culture.
Kodwa
And
imagine
they seem
bethu
romantic.
imagine
Zulus.
uleli nomuntu olunye uhlanga and you guys are married. Say hubby is Tswana.
Okay.
Ne? Ufuna uxelela umyeni wakho uba cela uchifte. Like please move over. Umxelela ngesixhosa uthi baby bhekela. Baby doesn't understand. So how do you wake him up at night and say, please move over? Are you gonna? You
have to translate. Is trying the new.
Oh yeah. Translate man uthethe isixhosa uthi him say.
but it's a good balance. I love uba nawo uhlanga wethu.
Yeah, I love differences. When we in Johannesburg, and there's a lot of influences as enzekayo, even us speech-wise. There's this even namdisiva ndisithi mina. Hey, ndizothuke. Yeah, speech sam. Okay, you were Job Xhosa, even though you're from Eastern Cape. Ndikuvile ngokuba usithi zwelitsha kwi-speech sakho ngosa zwelitsha ta.
Waseqonce.
Waseqonce.
Nice, me too.
Yeah, well, so yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice to respect other and crash Zulus.
Ziyawina iBrazil.
Anya wina kule case. But since we need color because we thina sisithatha kamnandi.
Uzasiqokumbelela.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I think I speak for all of us in the city. Thank you for making time for us. Thank you for coming and sharing Wena and sharing your journey to she's a legacy baby. Didn't know that. But yeah, other than that, was the team Nkosi.
Shout out.
Sekaya Apa. Should there be something coming out, you know who to call.
All right.
Sekaya Apa, and you're always welcome.
And in that topic, I'm actually working on my first EP.
There's a single there. There's a single.
Yeah, there's a headliner single that's gonna come out really soon. And then officially, I'm gonna be dropping from January. So please look out for it.
For sure. Features.
So excited.
Features.
We enjoyed our interview today. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Next time.
Shout out to Tommy Mazwai.
Hey, shout out to Nandi, bro. Shout out, bro. You're healing. You're healing.
Siyabulela Nandi.
You're healing us.
Kwande kukhanye.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, we got you.
Amen.
Akazophela kapha uNandi is
The
part of
journey
us.
of the Soweto entrepreneur.
Niqhele, guys.
Ningam approach my-side ngoku.
It's gonna be part of us this one. Shout out. For once kangabe yedwa shem. Yo.
Finally. Didn't deliver ke guys.
Yeah.
Danko.
Aye, we done.
Danko.
Kawuthola le Grootman. How was it, Nandi?
It was so fun. I was so nervous. It was your thing,
man.
Apoti.